Hello, this is Caitlin from Euphoria Breakdown, and today we're here with
Joel from Endless Heights.
So, if I get this right, you're Australian.
We're very Australian.
What are you doing in the UK then?
That is a good question. Doing the band thing, I guess.
Doing the band thing, I guess.
Playing to people in other countries.
So you've been touring across Europe and UK as well?
Yes. Yeah.
How has this been different to touring across Australia?
I would say it's kind of crazy because in Australia we drive at least 10 hours or 12 hours between states for shows, but here we drive about an hour or 2 hours and we're in another whole country with another language and completely different architecture and whatever else, so that's a huge difference.
Have you found the atmosphere and crowds to be different?
Yeah, it's changed a lot. Like I think we've personally as a band probably gotten the best response throughout Germany, which has been cool and kind of surprising.
Have England just been like...
I feel like England's warming up to us. We've played 2 or 3 shows here now. London was really cool, and yeah. But I noticed when we were in Germany, people were just so like over the, I've heard that they're the same with other bands as well. They were so enthusiastic, whereas England's warmed a little bit, but now they're pretty into it too.
Yeah. So you're kind of including this run of shows in your promotion tour for your new album, basically.
Yes.
Which is Pleasures. And can you tell us how this album's different to every other record you put out?
I think Vicious Pleasure is the record we've always wanted to release. So it probably took the most effort across the board in terms of songwriting, jamming. We worked with a producer for the first time as well, so it kind of felt like we were letting someone else in on the family. And what the main difference in the approach for this record, I feel, was that we just wanted to take everything and every concept to like yeah.
So what's your recording process like? Do you write everything before going into the studio, or do you write everything in the studio? Or?
We jammed a lot and did a lot of pre-production just with ourselves, like with each other in a studio space, and then the producer Lachlan Mitchell came into that space and did a whole bunch of jamming with us as well. And then we actually recorded the record together for the most part, sort of semi-live tracked, which was a really interesting experience. And yeah, once we did that, we then retouched up different parts individually. So it was a more collaborative approach than we've had in the past.
Yeah. Do you feel that there's, obviously there is, but a big difference in attitudes between recording as a group in a studio and playing live altogether?
Yeah, it's completely different for us. I mean, we've always been like a very energetic live act. So going to studio and then slowly kind of like absorbing each element, I guess more meticulously, is very different. It's completely different. But it's now we're kind of at the point where we're trying to make our live setting a better reflection of the studio sound.
Yeah. Do you have any tricks that you pull out on stage? Do you do any backflips off the stage into the crowd and then breakdance?
Always wanted to be able to backflip. I haven't mastered it yet. Not really. I spin around a bit.
Spin around a bit.
A few people say that's like one of the signature moves, I guess. I don't know. But if I can, I usually jump into people. Really fun, so it just depends.
Do you jump into your other bandmates? Do you start having a bump of cars?
I definitely do that, and they hate it. Or I step on pedals I shouldn't step on, and I get in lots of trouble. Or I put mic stands where I'm not meant to put them. I'm a bit of a mess when we play, actually, so it's fun.
What's the worst thing that's ever happened to you on stage? Or the band?
I headbanged into Matt's bass as he was throwing it around, and then I was just bleeding for a whole song. That sucked. Actually, I think the worst thing though is when I popped my shoulder out on stage and then popped it back in. And I thought it was fine, but then once the adrenaline went away, I had to wear a sling. That sucked.
Which one of those was worse, bleeding all over your face or?
The shoulder.
The shoulder.
Yeah, that sucked.
Was that in the middle of a tour or was it just?
It was ages ago. I think it was at the end of the tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't the start where you in a sling the rest of the show.
Yeah, for sure.
So what is it, how do you get the energy to perform on stage? Because obviously you're chilling out beforehand. Where do you get the kind of energy and how do you build yourself up to go up on stage and
That's a cool
play
question. I'm I'm probably a bit different to most people. I mean, we're all just best friends. We just have a lot of fun, so it's always pretty easy going into a set with energy. But I actually warm up my voice, but also pray and reflect a bit before I go on stage. A lot of our lyrics and all my lyrics essentially are very personal and quite passionate. So when I walk on stage, I want to do them the most justice I can. And I find that even if it's like a quick prayer or whatever, that really centers me to do it. Sometimes it's easier than other times. I'm a bit more focused and whatever else.
What's the main message that you want to get through your music?
For this like recent record, I think the main message is I hope people have the strength and ability to own their own faults, wear them, and really take a good strong look in the mirror, and then acknowledge that things are okay and that you got to strive to be better. It's a grow or die world, and we're all in it together.
Do you think that's a personal thing you've gone through?
It's like I find I'm constantly going through, for sure. And the more raw and real I am with lyrics, I find, and with like this band and whatever else, I find the more people connect with it, and actually the more it helps you as well. So I find that it's kind of like a snowball effect, and that's when you get fulfillment. That's where I find fulfillment in the day. So
in a way, is music kind of like a therapeutic release then?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So finally, on the terms of lyrics, describe Endless Height using a lyric from one of your songs.
That's hard. I think, okay, the first thing that's come to mind, I guess that's the only way to answer this question, is some lyrics from a song called Pray I Fade, and the lyrics are, I better not get these wrong. It's like, we look to the sun, and it's like, we stare at the moon, we run for the stars, and it burns like hell. And I think that we're all like incredibly humble and grateful friends, and we're just going for it across all areas of our life, holding that expectation for each other in terms of just being good people and growing as good people. And it costs everything. It costs you everything, but it's worth it.
And that's how you're going to describe Endless Heights?
Yeah.
Yeah. Make sure to check out Endless Heights in the link below.
Thank you.
Thank you.